Right then, back playing some Warzone solos, returning to the mode after about 3 months worth of absence, and lots of different reasons why. But I do still enjoy solos. Check out this guy. He's dead. By the way, not live commentary. I'm commentating over some gameplay that I captured earlier today. But I wanted to come back to solos because, well, we're quite close now to the new Warzone map. Someone just interrupting me here. There he is. The EM2 is so strong, man. You're going to see that all the way through today's video. All the way through. Absolutely love this rifle since it got introduced. Probably my favourite that they've added since the Black Ops Cold War integration. But yeah, not far away now from the Pacific map coming to Warzone, which is really interesting for me because it's going to provide a whole new type of gameplay experience. Because the map's going to be built around all the learnings and stuff that they've had from this map from the last 18 months. Nearly 2 years this map's been out. And I'm really, really hoping that we get some good progression in the way the map works. I don't want something similar to Verdansk. And I don't think that's what we're getting. We're getting something very, very different. But yeah, I'm going to run the EM2 in this solos here. We're doing the red door, obviously trying to get as much gear as we can. And this one's going to take us back to factory, I think? Yeah, we're in factory. Now, if you didn't know at the moment, there is actually an Easter egg that you can do through the red doors. This cane here, if you take it over to the cemetery by hotel, you go over to one of the statues there, there's actually a prompt on the ground. And when you click on that prompt, it will reward you with $5,000 in-game. And it will also give you, I think, a calling card. That guy didn't stand a chance, did he? Just did not stand a chance there. This guy on the minimap here, I thought he was just running across the road. I was like, where the hell is he? And then he sped up on the minimap, and I'm like, ah, he's in the sky. Bit a bit cheeky. But yeah, you can do that Easter egg. It's quite a good one to do, especially if you need money at the start of the game. Plus, if you drop the cane and then give it to your friends, they can also do the Easter egg and get $5,000 in the game as well. So you can get a loadout really, really quickly. And obviously, you're probably going to get the loadout from the red doors and all the money you get from them, but just in case. Guy managed to escape, and then at the same time I got shot by somebody else. I don't know why I ran there before I put plates on. It's just classic Westy gameplay, really, when I don't play up when I should do. But this guy, I was keen not to lose him off the back of the building. I've now played up, which is good. I didn't think he'd re-peek the roof, but I spot him just here. Get quite lucky where he sort of double-checked back on himself to make sure nobody was following him. And then he was just to the right-hand side of that metal pillar. If he'd have been like a foot further to the left, I probably wouldn't have been able to finish him. So, got a good line of sight on him there. There is somebody here. You can hear his footsteps. I tried to duke him out by going inside, shutting the door, thinking, oh, he might pop out. But he didn't pop out, so I took a bit of a risk here. Quite a risk, actually, by hopping up to the top of the roof. And he's still down below. At this point, I thought he might try and pop out and go into another building, but he's sort of like holding his position there. Now, for the next several minutes or so, you just hold buildings and wait for people to come to you, especially if you're on the edge of the zone. You can try and get some sneaky kills on people if they try and push you. And I thought this guy might push the zip wire. He is below me at the moment, but he could be in the staircase. And sometimes I do wonder what I'm doing. I do sometimes wonder. Because I'm right on the edge there, and he's gonna know where I am. See, the corner of the building just in front of me here actually covers the door into the other building. And that's where he is. Because he'd moved across the courtyard as I went to look for him over by the zip wire. And I'm just double checking because I wasn't 100% sure if there was more than one person here. I didn't expect to see the guy in the middle of the field, but you know, I'll take a kill there. I thought there might be a second person down below, because I thought it was a bit quick for that guy to cover the courtyard, but to be fair, I wasn't looking in the right direction, so he made a good move, but I wouldn't have rechecked back through that door, because you've got such a high angle to look up at the roof, it's unlikely you're going to get anybody. I'm still using the combat scout on this loadout here, and that's just so that I know a lot of people use it so that other people can see where players are going, but in solos it's actually really valuable because it lights the player up, and if they go behind cover, even for a second, you kind of know what direction someone's going in. So you can maybe check back at a different point and see if that person's peeked cover, like round a wall, further round to the right-hand side or something like that. It can be really, really helpful. And I'm just doing the classic solos here. Just, you know, I'm being like a little bit of a gatekeeper. That should have been an easy hit for me. It should have been an absolutely easy hit. Again, I'm just not fresh with the snipes today. There you go. That one's a little bit nicer. This guy does make a good move here, actually. He gets across the road a lot quicker than I thought he was going to. You can see him get down into Burger there. Which makes him a little bit harder of a target, because he's now got a massive brick wall in front of him. But here we go. As you can tell, I don't think he was particularly happy that I killed him. But there we go. And that's what a little bit of gatekeeping does for you. You can pick up a fair few kills by just being a rooftop position holder. I'm not going to say camper. I'm not really camping because I'm not standing still, sitting in a corner. I'm just waiting to see what might happen. I got dinked here by somebody miles away. I have no idea where that person was. With the zone coming in, 45 seconds left, the edge of this twin is still in. I thought, you know what, I want to hold my height advantage as much as I can. It's just how I like to play Warzone. I don't like playing too close range because I'm just going to get beaten by a controller player with aim assist with like an MP5 or something. So if I can control the distance a bit more, especially with a sniper and like the EM2, which is built definitely for long range. See that guy on the roof there? There we go. He then just starts shooting through the metal trying to pen. I mean, fair play. He nearly got me there. He nearly got me. A couple of my bullets, I think, went through the metal and were then not doing the full amount of damage. But we did get that guy, which is the most important thing. And he's cleared off the back of the map. So we can be pretty comfortable, pretty confident that there's no one else on this this part of the red circle here. Pretty much on our own, I think. Now, whenever you see me play like trios or quads with Stod and Lackett, you'll know that we like coming to train station. When you play solo, it's a lot harder. Because there's so many angles that people can hide from. But this guy just got caught out in the open. I'm not sure what gun he had, but it was definitely unsuppressed. Because he popped up on the minimap for the 2 shots that he fired at me. Which was a little bit of a mistake by him. And here I'm just looking at the amount of cash I've got. The position in the circle. So we've got circle 3. I'm like, we need the self-revive. Because we haven't gone to the gulag. But you get too much later into the game. People do shoot you from a little bit longer ranges if people are holding rooftops like I was earlier in this round. So sometimes you can get yourself behind cover and you can get a self-res off. Although, as you know, most people in solos, if they down you and you're within a rushable distance, then they will rush you. And this guy had a fair amount of cash on him. So going to put that to good use with a cheeky little UAV. As you can see here, plenty of people around me. One guy above in the sky. One guy over by the U-shaped building in front, so we'll push up on that guy. We've worked our way over. Guy that was underneath the U-shaped building that we've just gone over. I think was heading off over to the right, so towards like the sort of the south area of the map, but this pinged up for me, and I was like, I didn't know if this was this guy, because there is a little staircase here, just in the building right in front of me, that people can use, and you can get up to the top. Not as many people use that staircase as the one on the other side. He looks like he's kind of in the right position for that to be the case. Took a bit of a risk opening that up. I thought there may be an opportunity that he would drop down and I get the first few shots on him in a gunfight. But that wasn't the case. Just listening out for footsteps here. And he's moving away a little bit. So I thought, do you know what, it's probably safe for me to go up the ladder. I'll give it a little peek, see what's going on. Got to be careful coming up here though. It's not ideal. It really isn't ideal. You walk on these ledges, you get the metal footstep sounds as well. There he is, 44 meters. Pretty confident this guy is still on the roof. No visibility there. He's right here. And you'll just notice... There he is. Now, I'm not sure if he actually saw me or not. I don't know if he saw me up there because of the angle of the wall and next to the building, and where he was so far away, he might not have been able to see me. Pretty confident he didn't see me because I'm sure he would have pushed me. So I got quite lucky there. But now we got a little bit of a dilemma because we've got dead silence and we've got ammunition. So I thought, you know what? I'll put down the ammo box. I'll pick up the dead silence because no doubt I'll have better use for that in solos. We got 14 players left, 10 kills. The EM2 is doing some work this round. So at this point here, I've managed to work my way through that rather open area by the buy station behind. Come across some gear at the bottom of this tower. So somebody's probably died up here already. So somebody's probably been sniped out of it, I would say. Having a look at the windows here. I can't actually remember if any of them were broke, but in the bit that I cut out, there was a sniper over on this roof that I just scoped into. There was a guy there. So I'm just keeping an eye out to make sure that he doesn't reappear at any point. Still checking around down on the ground here. There's so many angles you can be shot at from here. It's not ideal. And there it is. The door open. The sniper peek. On the roof opposite. I'm a little bit disappointed that second shot didn't hit. The first one would have been, I think, a kill or a down. But I shot through glass, which reduces the damage of the sniper. So this guy had now appeared on the roof. So I'm now being held from 2 angles here. This guy's taking another pot shot at me. I don't think he was very happy. Broke that guy. Missed. I don't know why he kept peeking. Not sure why you'd keep peeking in that situation, but this is my opportunity to move. Obviously, zone collapse, circle 5 now. Got 40 seconds to get myself somewhat closer to the circle. And I think that was my first sniper kill of the round. And normally, I'm always using the sniper, but the EM2 is so powerful at range that I didn't really feel like I needed it as much. So you remember earlier when we made that decision about the munitions box and the dead silence? This guy is still camping the building here. Pop open the door as quietly as we can. We're within footstep range, so we pop the dead silence. And we see if we can give it a go. Surprised he didn't react. I don't think he had any plates left, even though he had an armor satchel. Got a little bit of a fight going on down here. And what happened there, if you're on the left side of the axial arm scope, when you scope in, you can see there's a little, like, sort of little button on the side there. Just get this guy. Watch this for a thermite smash. Yeah, when you ADS with it, it covers a little bit of the portion of the screen. When I was looking at the white van, that little portion of the scope was covering the player as he ran across the wall. So I couldn't see him, which was a little bit frustrating because I did have a bit of a beam on him. And I probably could have landed some more damage if I'd have had the opportunity. Now here we are in a bit of a bad spot. Because we've now got players underneath us. Who no doubt were creeping in or were already in the building. Or had come into the building once I'd killed that guy. I just couldn't see them because I was preoccupied by the guy on the roof. So not in the best position because I have to move off of this roof. It may cause a problem. That was the guy who was behind the white van. So we've dealt with him. So good thing he pushed. Not sure why he pushed, because it wasn't a good move. But the second guy managed to escape. He'd managed to move himself off. So it's really coming down to the wire here. 7 players left. And we've got some ground to cover. We've got to get across this. I mean, there's a lot of natural cover here with like rocks and the hills and the trees and stuff, but it's still quite open. The trees aren't particularly dense. It's very easy to see through them. But I'd lost track of this guy. I had absolutely no idea where he's gone. I can't remember if I actually picked him up here again or not. I'm watching this gameplay back for the first time in about a day, so... That's one player that I hadn't actually accounted for down below when we were in the building. I had no idea they were there. And then I've pushed myself out into the open, and actually, there's a sniper here. And I've only got 1 bullet in my sniper. So we best hope we land the shot. Un-ADS'd. Came out of ADS at the worst possible time. And I am in a real difficult situation here. Because this sniper over the back, he's got me pinned. And I know there are people over to the right-hand side. So the fact that we picked that guy off is a good move. Now watch this for a little bit of not being able to see the player. See if you can spot him. It's a bit of a trick question. Did you see that first guy? I didn't. I got extremely lucky though, because the person that I was shooting at, I think, shot back and killed the guy who was trying to rush me, who downed me. So they actually saved my life by shooting at that person. And I've got the durable gas mask here, so I'm letting it burn a little bit, just so that I can try and put myself in a better position. Saw the guy moving in cover there. Not able to get the full shot on the guy. It's 1v1. I can't figure out. I couldn't figure out if the player across the road or it was him that was left. And I couldn't figure out which one had died. And unfortunately, I thought, you know what, I'll run out and maybe try and push round on the left. And unfortunately, I ruined myself. So a perfect solos match got ruined at the end because I couldn't pick a player off quick enough. And I don't know where that random second player came from right at the end. I mean, he kind of saved my life because he ended up shooting at the player that killed me, but whatever. But thanks very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you all in the next one.